Hey everyone, this is Brett with Wolves Across the Pond, and today Jeff Shi has released a letter to fans about the current status at the club. So I wanted to do a quick reaction and dive into that a little bit, so let's get into it. So after a little bit of silence, Jeff Shi has released a letter to fans where he basically highlights our current situation at the club. And I think it was quite informative, and I think it was good to hear from Jeff Shi about, kind of where we're at. I guess financially speaking, in our preparations for the coming season, and basically what we can expect going into this year. So I'll just summarize his ideas for you really quickly. Basically, he says that, with managing a Premier League team, financially and everything, there's just so much that goes into it. He mentions that the Premier League obviously is a very, very expensive league to manage, and so they've just had to keep a very close eye on things with, FFP restrictions and budgets. And basically he just said that, we're in a tough spot with FFP and just finances as a whole, and we've kind of planned that this is going to be a time of kind of dig in and prepare so we can continue building in the future. One thing I really like that he said is that Wolves is a really important investment for Fosun. They would never consider selling the club, and they're in it for the long haul. But being in it for the long haul, sometimes you do need to rebuild and basically kind of jump in the trenches and hang on for the ride. And I think that's kind of what we can foresee this year is, this might be a tricky one. They just can't continue to spend and spend and spend. And, as a Wolves fan, especially being relatively new to the club, I wish they could just spend and spend and spend. I think that Wolves fans everywhere got kind of a taste of success in recent years, and that has made the Wolfpack very hungry. We see that we have the potential as a club to be, a top performing club in the league, someone who could even go to Europe, do all kinds of things. Like the possibilities to me with Wolves seem endless, but I think this was a little bit of a reality check of, this is the Premier League. FFP is in place, and sometimes sometimes you need a year to rebuild. So in the United States, I grew up in Utah as a Utah Jazz fan in the NBA, of course, and this is a concept that I'm very familiar with. I mean, Utah Jazz have had a lot of good years, and they've had a lot more kind of mediocre years, and we've had a lot of years of rebuilding. And so, basically how he described everything made a lot of sense to me. We can't just throw money at the wall until we're top of the charts. We need to have a lot more kind of nuance in our preparation for the league, and that's basically the reality of the situation he's given us. Is that this season looks like it's probably going to be a tough one. We can't really spend this season, but we're kind of going in preparing for next season, or next season, next summer, for a more potent basically a stronger pool to draw from financially, so we can invest and be more competitive that way. So I'll be really interested to see what happens with Julian Lopetegui. Hopefully he sticks around. I think that with this squad and what we've seen, against Celtic and against Luton, I think we can still hang in there. I'm not saying we're going to be top of the league or anything, and it'll be a battle this season, but I think if there's anyone that can keep us hanging on, it's him. So hopefully he sticks around, and hopefully we don't have to be looking for a new manager anytime soon. But I think fans, at least the comments I've seen so far, fans have been very appreciative about this communication from Jeff Shi, and they've been very understanding with the situation. And I think a lot of people are ready to just, dig in and be ready for the long haul. But it's a little sad, after a little taste of victory. We want more. We want to be, a top tier Premier League team. We want to be placing in the top 10, top 6. But looks like it's going to be an uphill battle. So what were your thoughts on Jeff Shi's letter? Do you think we have a chance to stay up this year. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I think we'll have a chance to stay up this year. But yeah, what are your thoughts? Do you think we're going to stay up? Do you think we'll be in a relegation battle? And how do you think Julian Lopetegui is going to handle this squad? And do you have any thoughts about our recent games? I think we've seen some good potential, some good performances, and a lot of heart coming from this club. So I'm excited to see what happens. I have a little apprehension, but I think it's going to be an interesting season, to say the least. But I'm going to come in prepared. So yeah, hopefully you'll hear from me again very soon. I'll keep you posted as I come across more news, and we'll have some more new fun Wolves content coming to you very soon. So thanks for tuning in to Wolves Across the Pond, and we'll see you again very soon. Thanks.